Welcome back to Mastering MHA MBA. This is Chapter 18, the final chapter of our course on entrepreneurship and small business. Behind every company we have studied was once a single person with an idea and the nerve to chase it. In Part 1, we ask, what makes an entrepreneur? Let us define it. Entrepreneurship is risk-taking behavior that spots and pursues opportunity. An entrepreneur is willing to act on a new idea, to create something where nothing existed, and to shoulder the risk that comes with it. It is not just about starting a business, it is a mindset, seeing an opportunity where others see only uncertainty. And that mindset lives with risk. Entrepreneurs face a very real chance of failure, and most know it. What sets them apart is not fearlessness, it is their willingness to move forward despite the fear, driven by a powerful desire to succeed. They treat failure not as the end, but as feedback and often as tuition. Research shows entrepreneurs often share certain backgrounds and, more tellingly, certain personality traits. There is no single entrepreneurial personality, but a cluster of traits shows up again and again. The more of them you have, the more likely you are to strike out on your own at some point. Let us look at them. The first cluster: internal locus of control, believing you, not fate, steer your destiny, paired with self-reliance and a hunger for independence. High energy, being persistent and willing to outwork almost anyone. A high need for achievement, thriving on hard goals and feedback. And tolerance for ambiguity, staying calm amid uncertainty. The second cluster completes the picture. Self-confidence, believing in yourself enough to decide and act. Passion and an action orientation, getting ahead of problems rather than waiting on them. And flexibility, the willingness to admit a mistake and change course when the plan is not working. Confidence to start, humility to adjust. Not every entrepreneur is chasing a market gap. Some are pushed by necessity, starting a venture because a job was lost or doors were closed. And two groups are reshaping the landscape. Women and minority entrepreneurs are growing fast, and social entrepreneurs who pursue not just profit but a mission, tackling problems like poverty, poor health, and inequality. So the entrepreneur is not a rare, mythical figure. It is a mix of traits, circumstance, and courage, and it may well describe you more than you think. The question is rarely just, can I have the idea? It is, am I willing to take the risk and keep going when it gets hard? Here is where this gets very current and remarkable. In 2025, Americans filed a record 5.6 million new business applications, up over 8% from the year before, and the face of the founder is changing. More than 1 in 3 new startups is now launched by a single person, powered by AI tools that let one founder do the work of a whole team. The entrepreneurial door has never been more open. Let us recap Part 1. Entrepreneurship is risk-taking that pursues opportunity. Entrepreneurs accept the real risk of failure, share a cluster of traits from internal locus of control to flexibility, and come in many forms: opportunity-driven, necessity-driven, and mission-driven. The spark in the end is a willingness to act. This builds on our chapter notes from Schermerhorn and Bachrach's Exploring Management 7th edition on entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs, updated with 2025 data on the surge in new business formation. We know what makes an entrepreneur. In Part 2, we get practical: how a small business actually gets started and what it takes to survive the crucial early years. If this is helping, subscribe, and we will see you there.